Oliver hadn't truly laughed in years, not the kind that bursts from your belly and makes your eyes water. Life had become a series of gray mornings and quiet evenings. The vibrant colors of joy seemingly faded from his world. He moved through his days like a carefully wound clock, precise but devoid of any spark. He missed that lightness, the feeling of pure, unburdened happiness bubbling up. But it felt like a language he had forgotten how to speak. The echoes of past laughter felt distant, locked away in a room he could no longer find the key to. One rain-slicked evening, seeking shelter from a sudden downpour, Oliver ducked into an alleyway he'd never noticed before. At its end stood an impossibly tall, narrow building, its windows glowing with a soft, inviting light. Unlike the harsh street lamps above the heavy oak door, etched in faded gold letters were the words, "The Athenaeum of Misplaced Mirth." Pushing the door open, Oliver stepped into an immense, cathedral-like space. Towering shelves stretched endlessly upwards, disappearing into shadowed vaults. Yet, instead of books, these shelves held thousands upon thousands of shimmering, translucent orbs, each pulsing with a soft, inner light of varying colors. Warm golds, bright blues, soft pinks, vibrant greens. The air hummed faintly, not with silence, but with the ghostly whispers of countless giggles, chuckles, and guffaws. A figure emerged from between the shelves, an elderly woman with eyes that held the wisdom of countless seasons and a smile that seemed permanently etched onto her kind face. Her silver hair was piled high, and she wore robes that seemed woven from twilight. "Welcome, Oliver," she said, her voice like the rustle of turning pages. "I am Alara, the keeper. You've found your way to the repository where laughter, once lost or forgotten, finds its temporary home. Every orb holds a unique moment of pure, unadulterated joy." Separated from its owner, she gestured towards the endless shelves. Some are misplaced through sorrow, others buried under worry, many simply neglected in the rush of living. Intrigued and drawn by the gentle energy of the place, Oliver wandered the labyrinthine aisles. He paused before a large, fiercely glowing orb of sunshine, yellow. Hesitantly, he reached out the moment his fingers brushed the cool, smooth surface. He was transported. He felt the spray of ocean water on his face, heard the shrieks of pure delight as a young boy tumbled head over heels in the surf, chased by a barking, ecstatic golden retriever. The boy's unrestrained, breathless laughter echoed in Oliver's bones, a pure expression of canine-induced chaos and salty freedom. A small, forgotten smile touched Oliver's own lips. Further along, he found a cluster of tiny, delicate orbs, each shimmering like pink rose quartz. Touching one, he felt warm summer grass beneath him. He saw a baby, perhaps only a year old, lying on a blanket, utterly captivated by the simple act of her father blowing raspberries on her tummy. Each puff of air elicited a fresh cascade of gurgling, hiccuping giggles, a sound so innocent and infectious that Oliver felt a warmth spread through his own chest, a lightness he hadn't known for ages. It was laughter born purely of surprise and ticklish sensation, uncomplicated and radiant. Then, nestled in a quieter corner, he found an orb of deep, comforting amber. As he touched it, the scent of old paper and dust filled his senses. He saw two elderly women, faces deeply lined but eyes sparkling with shared mischief, sitting in a cluttered parlor. One whispered something behind her hand, and the other snorted inelegantly, which set them both off into helpless, wheezing laughter, tears streaming down their cheeks, shoulders shaking. It was laughter steeped in decades of friendship, a shared joke understood without words, the comfortable hilarity of true companionship. Oliver felt a pang of longing, a yearning for that depth of shared joy driven deeper into the library's heart. Oliver felt a peculiar pull towards a shelf bathed in a soft, silvery light. There, glowing with a gentle, steady pulse unlike the others, was an orb of purest, clearest crystal as his hand closed around it. His breath caught, he saw himself, years younger. Carefree, he was in a sun-drenched backyard, locked in an epic, ridiculous water balloon fight with his little sister. Mia, he saw the exaggerated slow-motion run, the over-the-top dodges, the inevitable, glorious splash right on top of his head. He heard Mia's shriek of triumph, saw her doubling over with laughter, and then he heard it, his own laughter, loud, free, and utterly unself-conscious, ringing out across the memory. It wasn't just a sound. It was a physical memory flooding back, the ache in his sides, the tears blurring his vision, the pure, uncomplicated bliss of that shared, silly moment. It was his lost laughter. A sob escaped Oliver, not of sadness, but of profound recognition and release as the memory faded. The crystal orb in his hand didn't vanish. Instead, it dissolved into a cascade of shimmering light that flowed into him. It felt like warm honey spreading through his veins, filling a hollow space he hadn't fully acknowledged. He took a deep, shuddering breath, and then it happened. A chuckle, tentative at first, bubbled up from deep within his chest. It grew, gaining strength, turning into a full-bodied laugh that echoed softly among the shelves. It was rusty, unfamiliar, but undeniably real, and powerful tears streamed down his face, washing away layers of accumulated gray. He laughed for the lost years, for the rediscovery, for the absurdity and beauty of it all. Alara appeared beside him, her own eyes shining with understanding. It found its way home. "Oliver," she whispered, as it always does, when the heart is ready to remember. Oliver stepped back out into the night. The rain had stopped, leaving the city washed clean and sparkling under the streetlights. The air felt different, a euro lighter, charged with possibility. He didn't walk. He practically bounced. A street performer juggling flaming torches tripped over his own feet, sending a torch rolling comically down the pavement. Before Oliver might have winced or hurried past, now a rich, warm laugh erupted from him, startlingly loud in the quiet street. The performer looked up, surprised, then grinned and took an exaggerated bow. Oliver kept walking, a genuine smile permanently softening his features. He knew the library was always there, safeguarding the world's misplaced joy, but more importantly, he knew the key to his own vault of laughter wasn't lost in some dusty archive. It was right here, deep within his own, newly awakened heart, ready to be used again and again. A precious sound finally found. The night felt alive with the promise of countless smiles yet to come.